This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Lafayette, Colorado. I'm here with Road Paws. Since 2015, they've been providing trail running, hiking, and pet sitting for the pets here in Lafayette and all of the surrounding areas. I'm here with Kira, who is the owner, founder. Thanks so much for joining us today. Let me ask you, first of all, this is really a tale of two loves. Basically, your love of the great outdoors and your love of animals. You began this in 2015. Yet for a better part of 12 years, you've been devoting your life with animals. Not only that, in the medical profession. Share with me how this whole journey got started for you.
Well, you just nailed it on the head that these are my two favorite passions, is animals and the outdoors. And this was such a great opportunity for me to find a way to combine them. And I had devoted not only 12 years, but my entire education to becoming a veterinarian. So my heart and soul is in taking care of animals and people through their animals, because I think animals give us more than we can ever give them, especially our dogs and cats that are there every day when we come home and just love us unconditionally. So after 12 years of veterinary work, it's a sad, difficult job a lot of the time, and I was looking for a way to help people with their animals and keep it a really happy experience through all life stages for animals.
Wonderful, a happy experience. I mean, that's what all pet owners want. As pet owners, we really we love our pets like they're our kids. I mean, I see all these pets around, dogs around, people taking care of them. Yet, just like children, we don't get an owner's manual when we take one home. A lot of us want to do what's best for our pets, but many times we don't know how. Is that something you come across as well?
Yeah, in this area, these dogs and cats are parts of people's family, which is wonderful. So I'm already walking into a very loving situation where people want to do what's best for their dog and cat. So I'm just a continuation of that. And I feel like combining the fact that I have a love for animals that so many people do, but also my experience as a veterinarian, I can really help, especially dogs with fitness on all levels, at all stages, whether they're a puppy, they've gone through some type of orthopedic issue, they're geriatric, arthritic, really need extra support.
Let me ask you this. I mean, every morning I take my kids to school. When I'm driving to school, I see owners out taking their dogs for a walk. Let's start off, first of all, why is it important to take our dogs for a walk? I mean, do they not get enough running around in the house or in the backyard? Tell me about that.
Well, just like for us, fitness is not only for our body physically so important for our health, but mentally. And they're really exactly the same in that regard. If anybody takes their dog out for a walk around the block or a hike in the mountains or whatever, you can feel the joy for that animal at that time. And, it just is so just as important for them as it is for us.
So as pet owners, if we understand the importance, now let's talk about the reasons why maybe we can't take them out. We're in a very fast-paced society. Time is very critical. What are some of the challenges people come up with why they can't take their pet out for a walk?
Well, I think, again, it's similar to our issues for our own personal health and well-being. I mean, we all kind of know what's good for us mentally and physically, but we have to live each day taking care of, the duties of each day, and it can be hard to keep up with your running or your walking or your hiking or whatever it is that is good for you and you love. So it's the same for our pets. It's just things that we know are important. There just isn't always the time in the day, and not out of lack of love.
Let's start off with one of the basic services you offer, which is basically a leash walk, like here at a dog park. What takes place with something like that?
Well, what I like to think stands out about Off-Road Paws is that we make it very individualized. So each animal we take out, we've met with the owner, we've met with the animal, we've made sure everybody's comfortable, we have a thorough understanding of what that individual dog needs. A golden retriever is very different than a toy poodle, and they're just like people. They all need really specialized fitness levels and care, and so the dog's out on the leash, we've already gone through a lot to decide that's what's best for that dog. And then trying to keep it regular, whatever, again, is best for that dog, whether that's 1 day a week, 2 days a week, that dog's need.
1 day, 2 days a week, or maybe even all 5 days a week. You can have a discount if you do the entire week. Are we talking about dogs of all sizes you're able to accommodate?
Absolutely. And again, because it's individualized, we have one person with your dog. If there's 2 dogs in the family and that's something that makes sense, we'll do the 2, but it's always very focused. So we're well aware and constantly making sure your dog is safe, comfortable, and getting what they need out of our visit. So I feel like that individualized care is really unique.
Not only as owners is time an issue, but many times it's not physically possible for some people to take their dogs out for a walk, or even worse, they're definitely not able to take their dog out for a run. This is where your service really kind of brings it up a notch, because you're an avid runner. You're actually able to take them out for a run as well.
Absolutely. And, if this is a temporary thing for somebody, they've had their own physical setback, surgery, whatever that is, we can be there as long as you need us there. Or we can do this really long term, from the time they're a puppy to, the time they hit geriatric years. So we can really hone in on what's the best for their pet, your pet, and for that person and that client.
This has to be great for a pet that basically maybe needs to shed a few pounds. So you're able to take them out and run. And like you say, this is a customized approach. So you're really pacing the run based on that dog.
Absolutely. And with my background as a runner, in being a veterinarian, I think combining those 2, I can really hone that to what's best. And we can work our way up. This is not something where, they take an overweight dog and take them out on a 10-mile run. This is really a gradual process, as it would be with a person, to get them to their healthiest place.
I think it's pretty amazing, the fact that your services, your background that you bring to the table is something that not everybody can really say when it comes to taking their dog out for a walk. Like you mentioned earlier, orthopedic issues, different things that basically a dog walker wouldn't know much about. You really are able to put together a regimen that works perfectly for them.
Absolutely. It's just so unique to each dog. Again, just like us, there's not one canned procedure that works for each person. And it's not only my experience as a veterinarian and my academic career as a veterinarian, but it's also just the love of it and really being in tune with them and wanting the best for that individual.
I see here at the park here, I see many trails. I see basically streets have pavement. I see sidewalks. What about for those that really want to experience Colorado and get off the leash and get up hiking? Tell me about that program.
Oh, that's one of my favorite, because I feel at peace and the happiest up in the mountains. So being able to bring somebody's, best furry family friend up there, and if that's what they love, then those are the best days. And we can do it, a couple hours, a half day, a full day, whatever, again, is at the level your dog enjoys and needs, and that it's a time commitment, which I know everybody would love to be able to do it, but when you can't, we can.
That is nice. This is an experience that basically takes place year-round. We're talking about sunshine or even snow out in the streams. You enjoy doing all this with the dog as well?
Oh, absolutely. My favorite time of year is the winter. I love the snow, and a lot of the dogs do too. It just seems to really bring out their puppiness. Whatever their age is, they just love it. So, but all 4 seasons, absolutely. And all of the staff is ready to go at any time. Yep.
What about actually, is there a certain time requirement for hiking? I mean, is there a 2-hour minimum? And what about the actual travel to the places? Is that included in the time, or how does that work?
So there is a 2-hour minimum if we're going to take your dog into the mountains. So, into the Front Range area. And there is a travel fee over a few minute travel time between.
Somewhere close by.
Yep, but if it's close by within, a few minutes and you have a favorite trail, there's no charge for that. And it's something we would discuss on our first visit.
Wonderful. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, first of all, take a look at all the different services they offer for you. This is basically created by someone who is not only in a medical field to take care of your animal, but really has the love of your dog at heart. And you can take a look at the testimonials on there as well. Check out their Facebook page. They're going to give you all kinds of tips out there. They've got a blog you can check out and see some of the things, learn more about your animal, because obviously you want the best for them. Not only are you able to care for the animals out and about, but you also have a pet sitting that you can take during the day. Tell me about that.
So we do pet sitting for dogs and cats. We will come to your house. We don't have a boarding facility where we bring the dogs. And we do daytime pet sitting and cat sitting, and we can come early in the morning, multiple times throughout the day, into the evening. And, again, any special needs animals, we absolutely are there and are capable. Medications, if they need any type of injections, anything. And again, working with what type of exercise they need while you're gone.
Excellent. This has to be great for people who are gone working, or maybe professionals during their peak season, during the holidays, what have you. Let me ask you this. This was something you began just in 2015, but like you said, you've been devoted for 12 years professionally, all your education. I imagine the love for animals even goes back further than that. As you're able to now take the dogs out, do things that they want to do, which is really get out and play, has it been rewarding for you?
Oh, yeah. There are so many times where, we wake up in the morning and it's another day and get into the grind, and I get to go to somebody's house and get their dog and go out for a run or a hike, and the dog is so happy, and no matter what's on my mind, I'm just feel so satisfied that I can make them have a great experience and be there for the owners too, and make them feel comfortable that while they're gone and I'm there, the dog is getting what it needs.
Let me ask you this. This is something basically you decided to do here for the local folks. What about the surrounding areas? What are some of the areas you're able to cover?
So Lafayette, as where we are now, Lafayette, Louisville are my main areas, really where I'm centered, but I definitely have clients in South Erie, some in Superior, Northwest Broomfield, a little bit in Boulder. So we're definitely growing and expanding, and this is kind of our hub.
Excellent. Last time viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see her contact information. Basically, give her a call, let her know what your needs are, and she can set up something for you. This is basically not just a professional that goes out and takes care of dogs, but somebody who has a background, a medical field that can take care of your animals. Definitely special needs like orthopedic issues, even if you need medications given, pilling, injections, all those type of things. She has all those services for you as well. Once again, that is the Road Paws, basically taking out your dog, something every dog loves to do, and that's get out and play. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.